this movie's not funny.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far! A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
A person grits his teeth and shows real determination.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
At a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
this is your time. Seize the day.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
No, my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
Zoolander 2, starring Ben Stiller as Derek Zoolander and Owen Wilson as Hansel. This movie's directed by Ben Stiller, probably one of the funniest people in Hollywood, who hasn't been funny in many years, as well as Owen Wilson. You guys know Owen Wilson really well. You know his shit tick. You know how he's regular, the way he usually speaks, the way he does his comedy. He hasn't done anything really interesting since. But Zoolander 2 takes place in a world where the most beautiful people are getting murdered. Like, pop stars are getting murdered. And now, Interpol agent Valentina Valencia, played by Penelope Cruz, asks Derek and Hansel to help her. So they have to figure out who's doing this. And eventually, when they do figure out, an evil fashion organization, and it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm just trying to figure out what happened in this movie. There's a lot of cameos on this movie, played by. Let me get a list here of people that we got on this movie. You guys can see I have a list. There's a list right here, okay, and I'm gonna show you. Oh well. Justin Theroux plays the evil DJ. Benedict Cumberbatch is on this movie. He plays what the hell is he supposed to be on this movie? It's like, I'm looking at, what are you? And Christian Taylor as Matilda Jeffries, Kirsten Wiig as Alexandra Atos, Mila Jovovich as Kitana, as well as Ariana Grande as a bondage girl. I mean, guys, she's very young. Susan Sarandon as herself, Billy Zane as himself, Justin Bieber's on here, Demi Lovato, Katy Perry, Keith Sutherland, John Malkovich as Skip Taylor, Lenny Kravitz as Naomi Campbell, Sting, Matt Lauer, MC Hammer. MC Hammer's on this movie. And Skrillex and Kate Moss. Just to name a few, it doesn't really make any difference. It did save this movie because this movie is an absolute atrocity. And I was going into it with not that many expectations. Basically, they kidnapped his son. They kidnapped Derek Zoolander's son, and now he has to get him. And MAGA 2 has him. And that's pretty much it. And I definitely give this movie the loser award. This movie's a loser. This movie makes me wonder what's going to happen the next time Ben Stiller directs a movie. Is it going to be any good at all? Is there going to be any redeeming value? Because Ben Stiller and Penelope Cruz had absolutely no chemistry on this movie. And Owen Wilson, who hasn't done anything remotely entertaining since No Escape. You know, Ben Stiller's good buddy, Owen Wilson. Hey, I've been on this movie before. I've come on with my buddy Ben Stiller, and I haven't done anything remotely interesting since Wedding Crashers. You know what I mean? And he hasn't done anything. That's the problem. And I think he got really squandered on this movie, as well as the evil DJ. Kind of reminds me of somebody. You might remember him. You know, Pauly Shore. You know, the Weasel. That's some major credit. That's what he reminded me of Pauly Shore. It's about an hour and 37 minutes, hour and 35 minutes. And I was looking at my phone to when this week was going to be over, when it was going to stop, and I just grew impatient, and I kind of just blocked it out a little bit at times. So when a movie cannot get your attention, cannot keep your attention, there's a problem. It's going to be definitely one of the worst movies. It's going to be on my list. I'm sure it's going to be on every other reviewer on this channel's list as worst movie of the year. So it's pretty sad because Ben Stiller is not, he's a likable guy, and a lot of people on this movie are likable, you know. And there's a scene where Justin Bieber gets shot in the beginning. They said this is probably the only remotely redeeming value of this movie, and I really don't think so. I really don't think it was funny. But if Kanye West might have joined him, maybe it might have been a little bit funnier if Kanye West got shot with him. But apparently, that's not going to happen. And I'm just wondering to myself, where did the plot go in this movie? It kind of went in. It goes in so many different directions. It's like the writing is so mixed up. And Ben Stiller is poking fun at the modeling community, you know, the trendy stuff. And I understand what he's doing, what he's trying to do. It's just that this movie he definitely has a Razzie Award for worst performance of the year. I've never seen Ben Stiller act so awful, so horrendous than on this movie. And this guy can act. It's just, I don't know what happened. I have no clue where his acting chops went, where his comedic value went. I don't know. I'll try and figure it out. So in the end, Zoolander is a big disappointment. It's not a particularly funny. The only person on this movie that's particularly funny is Will Ferrell. It's a scene where Will Ferrell bites Ben Stiller's arm. It's just so ludicrous, but it was so stupid that it made me laugh, okay? He was like, he's pretty much the only highlight of this movie. And this movie's, nobody went to see this movie. It got a box office record of $26 million. That means not a whole lot of people went to go see this movie. If you've seen Zoolander 2, go check it out for yourself. You might like it. I know I didn't like it. I thought it was awful. Okay, this movie's awful. With a budget of $50 million, it's like they were thinking, you know what? I don't think this movie's gonna do too well, so let's not spend that much. So that's pretty much it. Okay, if you like what you see on this channel and you want to subscribe, support this blog, please share this video. Please like this video. Share this video all over the internet, and I will definitely see you guys real soon.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da!
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly, think.
The price is wrong.
You got knocked up.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
This is Sparta!
He slimed me.
Who? The her.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
I'll be back.